Well, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a tip number 5, and as I was coming in to the forest here, I was headed up into here, but right over here, right at the base of that tree, I was just standing right there, and then all of a sudden I could hear bees. I'm looking around trying to figure out where they were at, and right in there I was standing, I guess, right on the nest hole, and they were swarming around my feet. I didn't get stung. I'm surprised, but this is a time of year, this is August. Usually August, September is when we hit these ground nests. And yeah, you gotta be careful out here. The timber's dry, and they are starting to, they get active. Yeah, I was right by that rock. I was standing right there, but I don't see where they're coming out or anything. They were swarming everywhere, them little hornets. But yeah, I'm gonna come in here. Right there's a pile of rock. This is the very edge of, I think, where some material had come down off of this hill. As you can see, this hill's really steep, but it starts here and it goes way over there, probably 1,000 feet or so. That's how big this debris field is of all this stuff that's come off the hill. But I'm going to be talking about this and what to look for and how to figure out, how far up a hill you might have to go if you get into one of these debris fields, and what to look for. Because this stuff here is fairly rotted down in here. And I'm sure there's been rockhounds in here who have looked at this and probably walked away. Well, when I saw it though, I looked at it a little differently, and I'll explain why. But I'm going to go over to here, see if there's, well, I don't really see anything there, so maybe I'll just go this way, stay away from this bee's nest, and hopefully I don't find another one. But yeah, I'm going to go through here. Forrest is with me, but he's way up in there. He's heading on up the hill. The last time him and I were out, I got a pretty good injury, and I don't want to injure it again, because we got another hike coming this weekend. It's going to be a long one, and I want to be ready for that. But I'm going to go in here, do this tip number 5, and then I'm going to head on up the mountain over there. There's a place in there that I want to check out. See, some of this, it's got indications of some red in here. There's a lot of green. Yeah, it's standing right there, but I don't see him now. Huh, but that thing was just swarming with bees right there. But yeah, I'll get up into here to where there might be some scree, and I'll continue to talk when I get up there. Okay, right here I have this rock here. It's pretty rotted. It was some green epitote with some quartz. But you can see that's been there for a long time. And I'm kind of at the far right edge of this scree. The main portions are over in there. But as you can see, there's this hillside here and everything. But there's some big stuff in here, and I'm sure, like I said, other people have seen this and they probably walked away from it. But when I was in here before, I was looking at all these trees, and we had went into this hillside right up above us, for a ways, and none of the material had come from down in this lower region. So it's come from much higher. And over in there, you'll see some of the stuff is pretty big. But now this is the right hand side, and way over there, yeah, about 1,000 feet is the left hand side, and there's a stream that runs down there, and there's a canyon which the forest is going up. over there. But you got to look at these scree areas like this, like it's a triangle, like a traffic cone, say. I'm at the edge here, way over there is the edge, and if you had a traffic cone about that type of angle and you laid it against this hill, you would get it to go to a point and it'd be way up there. And that's probably where you're going to find the veins. But you're looking at this stuff and you say, well, why would I want to go up there if it's like this material? Well, you got to look at all this forest here. This forest has been here thousands of years probably. And then you look at this hill and you got to ask yourself, through all this forest, down timber, brush, how often does something good fall out of that hillside up the top and make it down here? Probably most of this material came down last ice age. So it's been sitting here for thousands and thousands of years. It's probably, sunshine, freezing, probably a number of volcanoes have went off, so that type of rain has fallen on this, and this is what you get left with. But up there, different story, because this rock is still in the ground up there. And when we got up there, we've been finding all sorts of stuff up in there, and it's good. But unless you think about the time, the passage of time through here, and then the angle of how wide this scree field is, and then how far up the hill. Once you put all those things into perspective, and you start to think, well, there's probably something up there. And when I was in here before, I've walked across this, I don't know, probably 5 times. And I was thinking to myself, over the last couple hundred years, how often did something from way up there actually make it down to here? And I probably said, yeah, a dozen times at the most, maybe. And out of the good material I found out of here, I found 6 pieces. And 3 of them were real good, the other 3 were sort of good. And that kind of fell in with what I was thinking. So that made me think, I need to go up, and we did. It's much better there. But yeah, this is the right side. I'm gonna walk across there. I'll show you some of the material and the far side over there. Okay, there's another piece right there, getting a little bigger. I'm almost right to where the majority of stuff that's come down off of this hill here, it's right in here. But now that piece there could have came down, last couple hundred years or so. But a lot of this stuff, you see these big rocks, there's huge rocks here, all through here. Most of this probably came down right after the last ice age, or even if there was a big forest fire that just took this down. But this stuff has been here a long time. And you can see no trees are busted up other than from the fire. So none of these rocks have done any damage. So it's been just a long time. So big rocks like this, they're still falling off up there. They're just not making it down to here. But that tells you, you got to look at everything how it was over time, because if you got that there, next to that piece, yeah, see, it's kind of all right, but not great. But if you just go based on what you're finding down in here, you're not going to be very much impressed. But you got to look, you got to make sure that stuff there didn't come from right here. Like say the veins are right here and it's just rotted, or if it just came from right in there and it's all rotted down here and you're not finding any good stuff, then you're saying, well, maybe not. But this stuff came from much higher up. So it gives you hope. And I'm going to go over here, because there is some jaspers and stuff in here too, which is up there. Forrest, he's already up there quite a ways. I just talked to him on the walkie-talkie, and he's almost into the area where there's some really good stuff. There's poppy up in there. Hopefully he'll find some. But like I said, he's going up there. I'm going to head out way over there on the other side of that other hill over there. I want to get over there. But I want to do this here, so then whenever you find something with a lot of rotted material like this, and you're pretty sure that it didn't come from here and there, that you can say, well, okay, no good material's probably making it down through all of this. So all the good material's still up there. And this is just stuff that's been here for thousands of years. But I'm gonna go over here, I'll show you some of the bigger stuff. I thought we had put some better stuff up on one of these long, oh there it is right there. Right in there. But actually it's nowhere near as good as the stuff up the hill, so we have left it there. It's been sitting there for about a year now. But I'm gonna go right on over here. Okay, now I'm right at the area where the majority of material you'll find. That there piece, that's a really, almost everything's leached out of that. Right here, you can see that was probably at one time some jasper, but it's just been out here in the weather. Down the hillside, it goes down there maybe 100 feet or so, you'll find stuff. But I'm right at the center, so like I said, visualize that traffic cone. That there's a really old piece of jasper too. But this is where you would set the center, right here, and way down there, 800 feet or so is where I came in at. And that'd be the far edge. And then you look this way though, and there's a hillside there, so you're not gonna really get 800 feet there. There's a stream there, but you can just pretend that it could get over there. But this would be the center, so right above this is where I'd want to go. You got to think about rocks when they're bouncing down the hill. They bounce every which direction, and that's why way over there, you know, as an edge, that's probably rocks that just got bounced over there, and the same thing over in here. But the majority, where you see the majority, is probably, you know, pretty close to where it's coming from. But yeah, you can't go based on what's down here, because if you looked at this, you'd just say, oh, this is a waste of my time. But you know, as we've been through here though, we've proven up there, no, it's not a waste of your time. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of good material up there. I'll look around here and see if there's any bigger pieces to be seen. Yeah, most of this is stuff that just came off of this hillside, so anything that would be bigger. See, that's a really old piece. And let's see what's over here. I don't see any right offhand. Of course not, because I'm looking for them. If I wasn't looking for them, they'd be everywhere. But yeah, this is where the majority has come, right down off this hill. So yeah, you just think about that, a traffic cone, something with that angle, and wherever it peaks out at the top is probably where you're going to find your material coming out of the ground. Well, okay, he went up, there's a stream right there, he went way up in there. There's this hillside here. I'm going to drop off the other side over there, get around the other side, because I think up above us there's veins all over up above there. We already proved that, and it's been coming down. That material's been coming down, but it doesn't come down over here, so it's got to be coming down over there. I'm going to see if I can find out if it's doing what I think it's doing. I might do pretty good over there, but he's on his own adventure. I'm going on mine. Alright, well, this is for tip number 5. If you find a debris field like this, it's all rotted, think about the passage of time to where, you know, these trees might not have been here. Well, they probably weren't during the Ice Age. And all this material came down. And then, you know, it's just been out in the environment and has just deteriorated. But think about it up there. It's underground. It's protected. So it should be better up there. Okay, well, I'm going to go on over there, and if I find something over there, it'll probably be a different video. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Hope this helps you. Hopes it gives you something to think about when you're out here. Just don't look at something and say, that's nothing. I ain't going to bother with it, because it could lead you into something better.